It's day 40. Capitol Police are still rotating shifts outside Mitch McConnell's hospital. Let that sink in for a moment. Security is posted, the senator is gone, and McConnell's machine still won't show Kentucky voters a single direct video. We're looking at a ghost office right now and waiting to hear who else just snapped. You see, June 14th was the last day that Mitch McConnell entered the Senate before the hospital. 40 days later, Terry Carmack goes silent, Stephanie Penn ducks, Robert Stewart walks off, and Kentucky gets a staged photo instead of proof of life on camera. You and I are paying for a United States senator, not a sealed bunker run by handlers, and with a razor-thin GOP margin. It's not gossip, it's votes, power, and the same rotten Senate club that keeps choking the America First mandate. And day 40 with staffers hiding and voters locked out of the truth should remind every American how fast gatekeepers can cut you off. Now picture your money the same way. Everybody brags about AI and the cloud until a bank freezes access with one keystroke overnight. Noble Gold Investments gives you something real. Physical gold and silver, a coin you can hold, a bar you can stack. Wealth that doesn't live on a server and can't be erased by code, and it can't be frozen by a keystroke. You can even open a tax-advantaged retirement account or get physical gold shipped to your door. Go to nextnewsgold.com right now. Just mention my name and claim a free 10-ounce U.S. independent silver bar when you open a new qualified account. In America, your savings should answer to you and not another cartel of handlers. So Rand Paul, he just shook his head and couldn't say he'd spoken to Mitch McConnell. So stop right there. Same state, same Senate, and even Rand doesn't have an answer. And that tells you how tight McConnell's circle locked this down. Now look at the Post and watch how ugly this blackout gets. Nicholas Balazy is on a tear out there in D.C. He's hunting down every senator, getting answers. And we're going to turn now to how Rand Paul responded when Nicholas showed up at the Senate.
Senator, have you been able to speak with McConnell or visit him in the hospital? No? Do you have any plans to speak with him? To find out how he's doing?
Total silence, even from Rand Paul. That just shows you how this blackout is. He wouldn't even say a word, and the silence is fueling more questions. Next, even AOC is saying McConnell, if they can't give a real update, he should resign.
Or just do another update. If he can't give us an update, he should resign. Absolutely. In addition to the one that the one he sent out about a week and a half ago. I think it's been very clear to people across Kentucky that his update was not sufficient. And, I don't know if he has a conversation with a journalist. I don't know if he has a conversation with the governor. I don't know what his staff are doing. But we have a responsibility to the American people. We're seeing increasingly these votes are being decided by a 1 or 2 vote margin. And if you're not capable of, not only not capable of doing the job presently, but we need to know if you're capable of doing the job for the foreseeable future. And that I think is tremendously important.
So even when a Democrat like AOC is demanding answers, the cover-up is getting harder to defend. Now we go to Kentucky, where a citizen tracker says it's day 40. McConnell's security detail is still parked outside. Desiree Townsend, she has been on the case for weeks now.
All right, everyone. So it is Thursday, July 23rd. Today would mark day 40 if Senator Mitch McConnell is still in the hospital here. So we're going to swing around here and see if his Capitol Police security detail is still here, and turns out they are. I'm sure they've got to be sick of this, the poor Capitol Police. So yes, for those of you who've been asking, Capitol Police are in these vehicles. I've seen them switch shifts. I don't believe Capitol Police have a single idea as to what his current health is, because just like in in Capitol Hill, they were left outside, or they're stationed outside of the office, so I don't think they have any clue what his health is. But as you can see, the vehicle's on. There's someone in there. They rotate every few hours, but he's still here as of day 40.
So day 40, the ghost office operation still looks active, but nobody will say who's actually running the show. Next, McConnell's own press secretary is pressed on his condition and refuses to answer. Let's go back to Nicholas.
Kentucky Republican Senator Mitch McConnell has been out of the Senate for about 5 weeks, since June 14th when he entered the hospital. I tried to get more information about his condition from his press secretary. Stephanie, can you tell us if you're going to release a video of Senator McConnell instead of just the statement that was put out? A lot of people are questioning if it was a current photo on social media. You guys going to try to put it to rest and put out a video? Anything you could say, ma'am, to update the public about Senator McConnell's condition? Do you have any comment at all about his condition and whether he's on life support?
And the clouds continue to circle above the Capitol. So no update from the press secretary, no video, no proof, just more stonewalling from the swamp machine. Is he on life support? That's the question. Then his chief of staff gets the same questions and gives Kentucky voters the same treatment.
Senator Mitch McConnell of Kentucky has been out of the Senate since June 14th, about 5 weeks ago when he entered the hospital. I tried to get some more information about his condition from his chief of staff. Terry, can you tell us why McConnell hasn't put out a video yet, in addition to the photo? Do you think he should produce more information for the public? Anything you could say, sir, about the situation? His constituents are wondering, and there's all kinds of things going around social media. Do you guys plan to put out more information, a video, statement, or something? Anything you could say, sir, about the situation? Is he on life support, or is he good? Like, what's his condition? Could you at least tell the public about his condition? Nothing, sir, about this situation? You guys put out the statement and the photo, but you don't have any other information you can provide the public? Do you think he'll be back soon before the August recess? Okay, sir.
Unbelievable. Absolute silence. So after the chief of staff clammed up, the blackout was impossible to ignore. Now, Senator Josh Hawley weighs in and says McConnell's team owes the public real transparency. From Fox News.
Talking to members about this whole McConnell situation.
Yeah.
Do you think he's put out enough information? Some people are saying he should put out a video. And what do you think it says about the issue of age limits? That's what people are talking about for members of Congress.
No, I don't know anything about McConnell's health because I know zero. I'm totally in the dark. And, I certainly wish him well and his family. I do think that at a certain point you have an obligation to your constituents in the country to tell them what's going on. So I can't do that for him because I have zero idea. I never have had any idea about any of his health stuff. But I hope he recovers. But I also hope that they get the transparency out there and tell people, what the situation is. I'm a term limit guy, so I'm all for that. I mean, and I just think, listen, nothing against colleagues who are older, because you could be. I can think of some colleagues who are. Chuck Grassley, for example. I mean, Chuck is 90, I think, and heck, he's sharp as a tack and spry and all that stuff. So that's great. But I do think there needs to be term limits. People just come and stay here forever, and I don't think that's what the founders intended. I don't think it's what people want. So I've always been a big proponent of constitutional amendment for term limits. Listen, we're to be down a vote. I mean, there's not a lot of members of the United States Senate to start with. We've got a slim majority, and so it's not easy. You know, I mean, it's a very, very slender thing. So I defer to Finn on how he wants to manage it. But I just hear a lot from leadership that, well, we don't have the votes for this. We don't have the vote for like voter ID. We don't have the votes for that. Well, so you know, we might want to do something about that.
So Hawley says voters deserve answers, and he's right. Next, Tommy Tuberville brings it down to brass tacks. With a slim majority, McConnell is going to have to come back and vote before recess.
Now you still need McConnell's vote. He's not here, and there are a lot of people saying he should have released like a video or more information. Do you think he's released enough about his health?
Somebody needs to do something. Somebody needs to come out and he put a little video out, and we didn't get any information today in our luncheon. I don't know what's going on, but that's not my business. That's the leadership business, and we wish him well, and hopefully he gets over whatever happened. He's had a tough couple of years, from falling, hitting these hard floors and all that.
How long do you think it would have to go on? Like how many months before you guys, more senators might call for him to make a decision on his future?
He's going to need to come back probably before this 3-week session's over with, because then we're off for like 5 weeks.
And you've a lot of votes coming up, yeah.
Yeah, we got some, and we're going to need him because the Democrats are not going to give us any votes.
So Tuberville makes the practical point. The leadership doesn't want to say out loud Republicans need the vote. Not another vague statement. Now, watch Mitch McConnell's senior communications advisor walk away when asked the simplest question of all. Why no video?
Hey, ask you what you think about people saying that McConnell should put out a video?
That's all you get. That's all you get. That's Mitch McConnell's office, guys. Right there. So by this point, every aider on McConnell is running the same play: dodge, deflect, and disappear. And the total blackout has gotten so ridiculous it's now turning into mockery online. Oh, the memes, man, they just make themselves. Mitch McConnell has been missing for so long, the milk carton has already spoiled. That's where we're at, folks. If he can't give us an update, he should resign. That's what AOC said, while Josh Hawley admitted he was, quote, totally in the dark. And Tommy Tuberville flatly said somebody needs to do something. And that's the whole scandal in one ugly frame. Mitch McConnell's inner circle hijacked a Senate seat, froze out the public, and turned a Kentucky representation into a guarded hallway with parked security cars and mute staffers. So Mitch McConnell's office needs to release a current video statement today. Not another staged photo, not another staff-written line, a video. If he can serve, show us. If he cannot, say it plain and let Kentucky move on with honesty instead of this cowardly blackout. Now, I can pray for the man and still hammer the machine that's shielding him, and you should too, because Terry Carmack, Stephanie Penn, Robert Stewart treated basic public questions like peasants had no right to ask them. And that arrogance is exactly why voters torched the old guard and handed President Trump a mandate to clean this mess out. So drop your take below, share this everywhere, and force the story into the open, because silence this brazen only survives when decent people look away. We're talking about day 40 of McConnell's ghost office. That's exactly the kind of blackout that the platforms love to bury. So text White House to 844-840-4963. That's the number on the screen. Next News Network is credentialed inside the White House, and our nightly insider hits go straight to your phone from inside the building, ahead of the algorithm, and before YouTube chokes the reach.